magnificent day to drink some tea. Wait a minute. This thing doesn't have any breast milk on it. Ah, that stupid maid. The Dido class had 16 ships, although some would argue that the Bellona group is a separate class, but she's not in game, so suck on D. Despite being called the Dido class, Dido wasn't actually the first one laid down nor launched. In fact, Phoebe was the first one laid down and Naiad was the first one to get launched. But that doesn't matter as there's only 5 Didos in game: Black Prince, Charybdis, Dido, Hermione, and finally Ceres. Most of the Dido class members were given names drawn from classical history or legend/mythical. Black Prince, Edward the Prince; Charybdis, a Greek mythology sea monster; Dido, a queen of the first Phoenician CE. Hermione doesn't have one, but let's just imagine that she's the girl from Harry Potter. While Ceres is also another Harry Potter character. As for their brief history, Dido spent most of her time in the Mediterranean and Arctic theaters of war, or in short, near Italy or Iceland/Norway. Black Prince unfortunately didn't see any major battles and was chilling in the Arctics. Hermione, in May 1941 with Victorious, launched an attack at Bismarck. It did hit, but it was like a slap-fitted thigh, so it didn't do much. And unfortunately, a year later she was sunk by a German U-boat. Ceres took part in the last naval battle held in the Mediterranean Sea during 1942. And finally Charybdis. She joined the home fleet and in December 1941 escorted the first mine-laying squadron during the Operation SN-81. Later she went to the Atlantic and returned to the Meds, or Mediterranean. Anyways, enough of history. How do you use them in game? Well, the thing is, the game has kinda screwed over a few of the Dido ships. But ideally, if you want to use all of them, here's how. Dido should be used with Queen Elizabeth, so the Queen will finally feel like she's been retrofitted even though she's not. Ceres is a good buffer to carriers as she gives both damage and hit rate. And she also boosts her own offensive stats based on the number of carriers in the same fleet, while the others are a great anti-air stat patters. Also, if you want to use the 3 Dido classes in your front 3, then Dido is recommended as she buffs all her sisters. And finally gear. I don't have much saying as gear meta changes every day, but I prefer DD guns for the Dido girl. Torpedoes don't matter as the Dido class friend exactly known for the torpedoes, but I do recommend either magnetic that shoots fast or in general fast reloading torpedo. Same goes for anti-air, but this time they were actually known as the anti-air vessel. You could use the realistic anti-airs or go for the meta equipment, which is the sextuple Bofors. And as for artillery, it's just your usual washing machine and repair toolkit. And yeah, that has been the Dido class for noobs. Next up, I don't even know.